Good morning, Bishop Lynch. Today is Wednesday, October 19th. I'm Gabriel Cook.
And I'm Eddie Erlbacher.
And you're watching this week's edition of Across Campus.
It's like gold dust. You hear me coming through your speakers. You see me mashing up your airwaves. I know you can't get enough of my sound. Gold dust.
In the spring of 2003, three young filmmakers traveled to Africa in search of a story. What started out as a filmmaking adventure transformed into much more when these boys from Southern California discovered a tragedy that disgusted and inspired them, a tragedy where children are both the weapons and the victims. This laid the foundation for BL's Invisible Children Club that works in conjunction with other schools to raise money and awareness for this cause. One of their upcoming fundraisers is Penny Wars. Liza and Audrey have more on this report.
Last year, Invisible Children raised over $2,000 in their annual fundraiser, Penny Wars. Penny Wars is a battle between the grades to see who can raise the most money. But why is it important and what does it benefit?
Penny Wars is one of our fundraisers for Invisible Children, and it's a competition between all four classes. So the freshmen, the sophomores, the juniors, and the seniors each have a bucket.
What does it benefit?
It benefits Invisible Children. It's one of the clubs here on campus, and we aim to end the 25-year-long war that's been happening in Central Africa.
The LRA stands for the Lord's Resistance Army, and it is Joseph Kony and his band of rebels who are kidnapping Ugandan children and forcing them to become child soldiers. And for all of you who saw the screening, it goes to fund a cell tower, which basically helps communication among the small villages that are being raided by the LRA, and it helps to contact child soldiers to tell them that it's okay to leave and they will be welcomed back into the community.
What are the rules of Penny Wars?
Basically, pennies are positive points and any other type of currency is negative points. So you want to put as many pennies as you can in your class jar and as many other dollar bills, nickels, dimes, quarters, $10 bills, $20 bills, or even $100 bills in any of the other designated class jars.
How much money has been raised in past years?
Last year we raised $2,100. The year before that we raised $1,100, and the year before that we raised $8,000. And there's been a year where we've raised $20,000. Right now we're at $3,000, and our goal is $10,000. We really want to blow it out of the water.
Our overall goal is to raise $10,000, and we really want to be in the top 10 for all the fundraising teams. Right now we're in 6th place, and we've raised about $2,200.
Why do you participate in Penny Wars?
Pretty much it's because I know how the kids in Uganda are having a hard time, and it's like for a great cause. So I know that any loose change in my pockets can help a few kids at least.
The money raised from Penny Wars goes to a very deserving cause. So support Invisible Children Club and the war in Uganda by dropping your extra money into the buckets at lunch. This has been Audrey Klein and Liza Marhenka reporting for Across Campus.
Thanks, girls, for that report. Last year, BL raised over $2,000 in Change for Change. All efforts and money raised goes towards the invisible children in hopes of saving the lives of millions of innocent children growing up suppressed by the LRA. In addition to the support from schools across the country, President Obama signed a statement committing the United States to aid in the disarmament of the Lord's Resistance Army to end the brutality that has been corrupting Africa for over 2 decades.
Sometime during your 4 years here, it's bound to happen. That awkward moment when you drop your books, go into the wrong classroom, or realize that your skirt is caught up in your backpack halfway down the hall. But how do you combat these awkward moments and less than life-ruining embarrassments? Christian and Angela have more on this report.
Awkward moments are unforeseeable, unavoidable, and unforgettable. But what does the word awkward really mean?
It means like you're uncomfortable, and like if you're like with a bunch of people, it's like both people are uncomfortable and they both know it, and whenever someone's like, oh well that's awkward, like obviously it's gonna make it more awkward.
I think that word is overdone. It's used a lot. Awkward means you're embarrassed. You don't know what to say.
It just means like a situation where you like don't know what to do, and like it's just like you're like
So what is your most awkward moment?
Well, there have been a couple of times this has happened, but like somebody will come up and after not seeing me for a while, and they'll be like, oh hey Garrett, like how you doing? And I'll be like, I don't know their name, like it's back there or something.
I guess proposing to my wife and waiting for that yes or no.
Yesterday I was kind of like jamming out in my car, and I passed another car, and the guy looked over at me, and he looked over and said something to his friend, and then they both looked at me, and I was like, grabbed his ear like.
When you're like with people and they leave you for a while and you're just kind of standing there awkwardly by yourself.
I try to talk to someone and they like ignore me and then walk away.
Whenever you're like walking with someone, like say you're like walking to the parking lot and like you're going like this way and they're going like, or they're gonna keep walking or something, and you're like, okay, bye. And you guys are like still walking together because you like misjudged how far you have to walk.
Maybe 10 years ago, I stopped and I got a couple cinnamon rolls, and they had like frosting on them, and I'm driving in the car and I'm eating them. I didn't realize I got frosting like all over my face. Then I went into St. Michael's Church and I'm talking to the secretaries. They're like, they didn't want to say anything to me, but I had frosting all over my face. I got back into the car. I thought, oh my gosh, no one said a thing to me. They kind of acted like a little strange, but they never said anything to me. So.
I don't really have awkward moments. I like to cause them.
How did you react to your awkward moment?
What?
You can usually like pull out your phone and pretend you're texting, or kind of just walk away and try and know what you're doing.
I froze up. I got like Cogswell, I froze.
The word awkward has been overused in today's society. Today, the media uses awkward moments as a form of entertainment. MTV's Awkward and the awkwardmoment.com are 2 examples of how the media shows people moving past the unpleasantness of the situation.
Do you think that everyone has awkward moments, and why?
Yeah, it's just part of life. I mean, it's not like you can't not have an awkward moment.
Yeah, it's called being human.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, it happens to me on a daily basis, not gonna lie. What is the best thing to do in an awkward situation?
It kind of depends on if you're at a camp. If you're at a camp, I would try to get a hold of a mic pretty quickly and apologize. That seems to work.
Well, I guess for me, the best thing to do, number 1 is to smile, and number 2 is to breathe and stay calm in awkward situation moments, and then at the end you'll make it through.
Everyone endures at least one awkward moment in their life. As uncomfortable as they may be at the moment, in the future, they will become laughable. This has been Christian Michelle and Angela Sharon Cole reporting for Across Campus.
Thanks, girls, for that report. When you encounter your first, second, or even third awkward moment, the best thing to do is laugh it off.
Out of the numerous clubs here at Bishop Lynch, the Superfans Club has become increasingly popular. Only 3 years old, Superfans has become one of the most sought-after and interactive clubs with the football team. Sarah and Aaron have more on this report.
Down here in the South, football is one of the most celebrated sports, not only professionally but also in high school. Aside from the traditional brigade and cheerleaders, BL has formed another supportive club called Superfans. What exactly are the Superfans, and how do they support our football team? What is it that Superfans do?
Well, Superfans is a group of ladies that support the football players, the members of the football team.
How do you match up the Superfans with their players?
Well, actually, the girls get to choose which player they'd like to support, and then obviously some players have more than one girl that chooses them.
What do you typically make for your Superfan?
I usually make brownies or cookie cake, or I get him candy and Gatorades and stuff like that.
I usually make him like brownies and cookie, and I bring candy.
What are the privileges of being a Superfan?
I like wearing the jerseys on Fridays, and it's just fun to support your Superfan to make sure they have a good game and stuff.
Being able to like wear jerseys on Friday and seeing them all happy and smiling after they get all their baskets of goodies.
Does every player have a Superfan?
Well, the goal of the Superfans is that every player would have a girl matched to them. So if there is a player out there who does not have a Superfan, we'd really like to know about that.
Superfans are an important addition to our school spirit. With an increasing number of members each year, the club is becoming very popular. Members support the football team by wearing jerseys and giving players treats like candy and baked goods on game day. Superfans are looking to expand their club with hopes of supporting a variety of teams at BL.
Who's your Superfan?
I actually have 4. Riley Horsack, Lauren Metzel, Katie Dewhurst, and Rose Rebound.
Lauren Baumley is my Superfan.
Annie Huckel.
What's your favorite treat to get from your Superfan?
I love cake balls.
Hugs and kisses. Those little like chocolate Hershey kisses.
Annie actually gives me personalized notes for every game, so it's pretty cool.
Do you think girls' sports should have Superfans?
Yes, I think it would be really cool to see what the guys would bring, and I guess how they would be a Superfan for a girl.
I do. I would totally be cool with supporting Lauren for volleyball and all that. I think it'd be cool.
Whether it's bringing baked goods or wearing jerseys on game day, the BL Superfans continue to support our football team and encourage the BL community to join in on the action. This has been Erin Hardick and Sarah Gale reporting for Across Campus.
Thanks, girls, for that report. Maybe this addition to the clubs at Bishop Lynch will expand to not only football, but all sports, creating a more supportive fan base.
And now it's time for this week's edition of The Walk Across.
All right, you guys, so we're finished for the day. You guys need to start getting your stuff together. I'm going to go ahead and open up the blinds, and we'll get ready to go home, all right? Good job today, you guys.
Fridays in A-Day. It's career day. The magazine drive continues. At 7 a.m., departure for New York. At 7:30 p.m., varsity football versus Prestonwood. And at 10 p.m., an after-game mixer. Saturday is the ACT, cross-country state competition. Good luck, Friars. Sunday, there's no school. Enjoy your weekend. Monday's a B-Day. Mock trial returns from New York, and it is the start of Red Ribbon Week. Wednesday's a B-Day, mid-morning assembly schedule, and Red Ribbon Week continues. Thursday's an A-Day, Red Ribbon Week continues. At 5 p.m., football white versus Jesuit. At 7 p.m., football black versus Bishop Dunn. It's also Operation Oddball. And be sure to tune in to next week's edition of Across Campus.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Across Campus. We'll see you next week.
Where the news is.
Right where you are,
Across
across
campus.
campus.